This man went too far to catch a crocodile. Not just on the shore. Even after shooting the crocodile, he jumped into the water and refilled his gun. But men are not poachers. It's the famous American swamp hunter. Because of the alligator epidemic in Louisiana, the government, in order to maintain ecological balance, the hunting season is open for a month every year. All the hunters need in the meantime is a sign. You can legally kill alligators for money. As we approach the final day of the alligator season, the cold wind is still blowing. Troy and Kimchi when the sun rises, making the final push. They still have 30 of their 900 tags left. For this, they are half and half with Dawn and Jacob. But the cold of nature, not so easy to deal with. On the way to the target, Troy and Kimchi feel the water temperature. Half-hearted about today's action. But Troy is a veteran. He has set traps very far away. Even so, Troy could not guarantee the outcome. It was the first trap, not a trace of a crocodile. After 20 traps in a row, finally saw the shadow of the crocodile in this trap. Kimchi just pulled the rope. The crocodile suddenly rolled over. But it's a good sign for both of them. Even though this little fish is only 7 feet, but it was the first crocodile to get on board in this terrible weather. And you can successfully fill in the label. There's still a lot to fill in though, but it's a good start. And on the other side, Laron and Pork Chops. There are now 11 labels left, but the cold stopped their progress, so they can't catch enough crocodiles. There were only big chicken legs in a couple of places. There was no sign of a crocodile. Pork Chops have a secret weapon against the cold. That's the drumstick that was prepared 2 weeks ago. And in these 2 weeks of curing and fermentation, I believe the crocodile will not be able to resist this temptation. After the first trap, the pork chop starts replacing the chicken legs. Soak up some of the juices in the chicken legs first, and then fix it to the hook. Even though the smell is very high, but Laron still wants the drumsticks to work. At the same time, Ronnie and Timmy, when Ashley and Anna came to help, and they're going to fill out 10 labels for Ronnie today. After the label is delivered, the two sides began today's journey. But they got lucky today. It was in the first trap. Ronnie took the rope and gave it a push. Look at this big crocodile. The two suddenly felt in this cold. You can do those 15 labels in no time. All they have to worry about is Ashley and whether they can accomplish their goals. And Jacob and Don on the other side, working on those 15 tags. A cold snap also held them back. More than a dozen lines in a row are empty. But it wasn't all bad luck for them. Found a chicken leg with a bite on it. 2 people can only try to complete all the labels. Then Jacob, with his binoculars, spotted something. Don's got a sniper scope on it right now. And that inspection revealed a crocodile. As he gets closer, Don throws the triangle hook. After pulling the crocodile out of the water, look at this 10-foot alligator. After going through so many empty traps, greatly improved the morale of both men. Even though the crocodile looks innocent. But crocodile, you died a great death. And Ashley and Anna on the other side, after agreeing to help Ronnie, and began his journey in search of crocodiles. Soon the 2 men saw the crocodile had taken the bait. As she gets closer, Anna starts pulling on the rope. Look at this excellent crocodile. It's a good start for both of them. After inserting the label, they're down to 9 tags. And on the other side, there's Troy and Kimchi. There's still only 1 crocodile. But that doesn't break Troy's heart. Looking at this big sun, Troy felt that the water was not cold now. But even so, it brings out the secret bait. And the smell of this weapon is very tempting to crocodiles. Take the lid off and smell it in pairs. Kimchi can only tolerate the odor and rearrange the trap. And on the other side, Laron and Pork Chops, still praying the rotten chicken legs are enough to attract crocodiles, so they can finish the season right. Soon they reach the first trap. A closer look at the rope actually extends to the land, close to the back of the pork chop with a stick to knock. Seeing this, Laron took aim at the crocodile, but the crocodile kept moving around. So Pork Chop sticks out again to provoke the crocodile. After the crocodile got out, Laron tries to get behind the crocodile. We're in position. Laron's going straight to the gun. And this 8-foot alligator. And it turns out the pork chop bait works. After inserting the label, they were left with just 9 labels to fill out. And Ronnie and Timmy on the other side began to get into trouble. Only 5 crocodiles have been caught so far. And now there's no hook in the trap. It also made Ronnie worry about finishing the label. Then Timmy had an idea, which is to move the bait closer to the surface. This will make it easier for lazy crocodiles to eat. I mean, that doesn't sound like a good idea. But Ronnie trusted Timmy. I started rearranging the multiple traps. At the same time, Ashley and Anna. It's also starting to stall. Multiple traps in a row are empty. But the good news is that God favors you. There's something in this trap in front of you. Pull back, Anna. After sending the crocodile to God, the 2 men pulled the 6th tag onto the boat. But they were silent for a moment. They don't want to spend so much time. Wait for one of those crocodiles to bite. can think about two people decided to do the most stupid way. That is to set a few more traps. And Jacob and Don on the other side, after looking for multiple traps, decided to head out into the open water in search of crocodiles. Even though it's a little chilly right now. But then Don found something. On closer inspection, it turned out to be a giant alligator. But it's back in the water. So Don wants to set up a trap here. But Jacob refused. Want to look at the traps first? Seeing this, Don demanded to disembark here. After the two were separated, Jacob then saw a trap with a bounty. And now he has to face the crocodile alone. After killing this giant alligator, for a moment Jacob breathed a sigh of relief. But we still have to pull the crocodile into the boat. Looking at this crocodile, Jacob suddenly wants to go it alone. Although he caught the crocodile alone, but Jacob dismissed that option. And on the other side, Laurent and Pork Chops. There are only 5 labels left to fill in. Now the two are close to the end of the season. It doesn't take long to find out that the trap ahead is loaded. Pork Chop looking for rope in a leaf. After some searching, the Pork Chop pulls the rope straight up, pulling this 7-foot alligator into the boat. The two were not very happy, because there are only a few hours left. The alligator season will soon be over. At the same time, Troy and Kimchi. There are still 8 labels to fill. The two can only hope the stinky bait works. But the effects of the cold didn't end there. Soon the two men saw the crocodile. Kimchi pulls the rope directly after getting close. And as soon as the crocodile comes out of the water, it starts rolling. But it didn't help. Kept getting pulled by Pickles. The crocodile feels useless and tries to get on board and bite. It also gave Troy a chance. Looks like the bait worked. Successfully helped 2 people catch the crocodile. And an 11-foot alligator is a good proof. But now there are 7 more labels to fill in. And Ronnie and Timmy on the other side. After suffering from the cold, the two can only hope Timmy's solution works. Soon the 2 men see a trap full of goods. As he got closer, Ronnie began to pull the crocodile. After sending the crocodile to God, Ronnie was happy to pull the crocodile into the boat. But to think is not that long. Fortunately, Timmy's method worked. Jacob, meanwhile, is still hunting alone. And Don's still on the trail of that giant crocodile. This worried Jacob, because there are still a few labels. And the sun was setting. Soon Jacob found a crocodile. Jacob immediately pulled the crocodile into the boat. This also allows it to fill a label again. Then Jacob thought of Don again. After the alligator is covered, suddenly I heard Don firing. Jacob immediately set sail for Don. But when I got close, I found Don in the water. Jacob understood after questioning. Don didn't want to waste any more time. And this 9-foot crocodile gets on board. Brings them one step closer to completing the tag. And Ashley and Anna on the other side. There is only 1 label left to fill in. There's only 1 trap left to check. Pull back Anna, and pulled this crocodile over to the boat. And it's a big crocodile. This made Ashley very worried that the fish had escaped. And the crocodile is handled with precision by Anna. Ashley is looking for the right moment. I sent him peanuts right away. The two happily pulled the crocodile into the boat. After pulling this giant alligator onto the boat, the two once again finished the season on a high note. And on the other side, Laurent and Pork Chops. There's only 1 label left. And the final step of the season. Soon they reached the last trap. Pork Chop came forward and started a tug of war with the crocodile. And the crocodile is not convinced. I saw the Pork Chop and I started rolling. And this is a Pork Chop opportunity. I was pulled right over the side of the boat. But the crocodile clearly refuses to concede defeat and keeps rolling. But pull the Pork Chop. Laren didn't hesitate to shoot him. After taking care of this alligator, the two dance happily straight away. After pulling the crocodile into the boat, they have successfully completed all the tags this season. After Laurent inserted the tag, the two began their return journey. And Jacob and Don on the other side. There's only 1 label left. Soon they reach the last trap. Maybe this is the last crocodile. Don worked very hard. After successfully killing the crocodile, I was pulled into the boat by both of them. And this 11-foot alligator also successfully filled the label for 2 people. Don dances happily after inserting the tag. After the happy 2 people began a burst of emotion. And Ronnie and Timmy, 7 miles away. There's only 1 label left. That's when I found Ashley and Anna. Ronnie came closer to ask. It turns out Ashley still wants to help. But Ronnie doesn't need it anymore. We just need Ashley and Ashley to get some rest. The crocodile was spotted soon after the separation, and still trying to swing the branches. But when he got close, he became quiet. And this 12-foot alligator. It also makes for a happy ending for both of them. After pulling the crocodile into the boat, 2 people that is a sigh of emotion. Lament the difficulties of this season. After inserting the last tab, the two call it a day. At the same time, Troy and Kimchi. 15 crocodiles have been caught on board. Now we just need to catch one. I've successfully filled in 900 labels. A crocodile was soon spotted. As soon as you get close, the kimchi starts pulling. To pull the crocodile out of the water, Troy took the rope. After sending this last crocodile to God, the two men instantly realized that 900 tags were not difficult at all. The crocodile's on board. It also means that the two labels have been filled in successfully. Then they went home, and when Troy got home, a lot of people were invited to celebrate the end of the season. Let's have fun together. Well, that's all for this program. Give it a thumbs up, and let's look forward to the next episode. You know what it takes to catch a giant alligator. The method is also very simple and crude. All you have to do is nest where there are crocodiles, and come back some time later. Jump straight into the water to attract. And then you get the big mouths of the big crocodiles. Then we just need to get on the boat. You can arrest him and play with him. With the arrival of the new year crocodile season, the veteran Ronnie can't wait. Want to start today's action? He needs to fill out 350 tags this season. But that label didn't satisfy Ronnie's appetite. He wants to beat Troy this season, so you can get more tags next year. His assistant Timmy has no such ambition, but his vast knowledge of the swamp could be a great help for Ronnie. When the two of them finished all the preparations, another party came up the river. That's the only all-female team on the field. They're not just seasoned crocodiles, and he knows a lot about secret crocodile hangouts. But one of them, Anna, is new to the season. But don't underestimate this beauty. According to Ashley, Anna and Anna have worked together on hunting before, and they worked together for a long time. Both sides, after a friendly greeting, they separated to begin their own hunt. And Ronnie and Timmy, after they split up, it took almost half an hour, finally saw the trap laid the day before. Closer inspection revealed that the line was stretched straight. There's clearly a crocodile on the hook. Timmy started hooking the line right away and handed it to Ronnie on the side. In his immense strength, the crocodile is soon pulled to the surface, but it won't show its head. Have Timmy send it straight back to God. This made Ronnie's face red with anger. Direct gas layer and pull hard, pulling his head to the surface. And keep it in a tight range. Let Timmy go straight to his soul. And this 11-foot alligator. It's a perfect start to the day for both of you. The crocodile didn't just make the pair a fortune, and it gave Ronnie a boost of confidence. I'm sure we can beat Troy this year. And on the other side, there's Troy and Kimchi. It got 600 tags this year. To finish the task in a month, he laid 120 traps yesterday. This is very exciting for Troy today. I think there are so many traps. Not only can a lot of labels be completed, and maybe catch a giant alligator that no one else has. As they head for the first trap, suddenly I saw a big bubble on the road. Troy stopped the boat immediately. Kimchi is also on the side ready to throw the triangle hook. And the reason why they are so prepared, because of the usual experience. There's got to be a crocodile down here. And look at the size of the bubble. The size and weight will not be small. As the pickle slowly pulls back, suddenly fell on the boat. Let the alligator's hook fall off and make that alligator disappear. But with those two eyes, the crocodile was spotted again. Kimchi immediately throws the hook out again, and he managed to hook it again. But this crocodile's strength is enormous, pulling the whole boat along so fast. If it weren't for Kimchi, you'd be so energetic. There's a chance the crocodile could break free. The Kimchi left it for 10 minutes, finally pulled the crocodile to the side of the boat, and gives Troy a good shot angle. After successfully killing it, they pulled the winch out immediately. After tying the rope to the crocodile, the two men easily carried the giant alligator onto the boat. And this fish is just the thing to make it more secure. Meanwhile, on this beautiful day, Willie and Little Willie also started the new season. They need to fill out 350 labels this year, but they were not like the others. Choose to use traps to catch crocodiles. He used an ancestral triangle hook because it's a better way to catch giant crocodiles. And for this lofty goal, the two go to a mysterious place, and two plans have been prepared. Soon they reach their destination, and Little Willie picked up the hook. Direct as just a toss. He immediately hit a crocodile and pulled it straight to the surface. Let Willie look for opportunities on the side. But this crocodile clearly didn't want it to end there. The constant struggle in the water. But it just didn't work. Little Willie has been holding him to the side of the boat. I'm about to see what's going on with a crocodile that never works. And Willie caught me on the wrong foot. It was just sent away. Let oneself no longer experience the sufferings of the world. And this huge crocodile, it also confirms their plan and location, is very useful as long as you keep it. I'm sure we can catch more good crocodiles. We just need to pay attention to the boat's draft. Before all the crocodiles we catch fall in the water. 85 miles southeast at this time, Ashley and Anna are approaching the first trap. I have to say that the two people are walking very slowly. That could be because Ashley is captain for the first time. Not like I used to be Ronnie's sidekick. It's not as easy as it used to be, but the responsibility still makes him very happy. Soon they were at the first trap. On closer inspection, the line is quite straight. But the crocodile was not in the water. Instead, on one side of the shallows. The crocodile saw the two approaching. Right away, he starts moving his body around, trying to get rid of the restraints. But even if we knock that wooden root down, he still hasn't managed to break free. He just hides his body. But with Ashley's constant exploration, I managed to pull the rope out again. Anna immediately stepped forward to take it and pulled the crocodile out of the water. And that was the moment it was revealed. Let the two men spot the crocodile. It's much bigger than it looked at first. This makes the morale of the two people become high in an instant. Anna even pulled the crocodile to the surface. But then Ashley's gun jammed. But now the crocodile is still struggling. But this damn gun can't even pull a bullet back out. Seeing this, he quickly changed places with Anna. Let her shoot her own gun. And Anna lived up to her promise. Up here, the crocodile is transported to the paradise, so it can get a good night's sleep. But rest assured the body will put to good use. I won't let it all go to waste. And this 9-foot crocodile, although very brave and lucky, but in the presence of an experienced hunter, two of them got on the boat. Anna is putting the tag back in, ready to move on to the next trap. And on the other side, poor Chops and Laurent. They were preparing for the hunt, even though they started last, but their ambitions are not small. The duo will not only have to fill 350 tags this year, and there are huge crocodiles to catch, then replace it with a knife. Let the family can live a beautiful life. The two abandon most of their trap making. Focus on the triangle hook to make the arrest. This will pick out small, mutilated crocodiles, so these things don't go to waste on the label. After nearly an hour's walk, the two finally saw the crocodile swimming ahead. Right after slowly approaching, the poor Chop throws the triangle hook. But the first shot missed. But that didn't disappoint the poor Chop. It only made him want it more. The two men, after a careful search, the crocodile was never found. Just keep looking. Soon they reached the first trap. Look at the stretched rope. Poor Chop is very happy to pull forward, but it pulled for half a day without bringing it to the surface. See, this poor Chop immediately used the milk strength, pulling that damn crocodile to the surface. And as soon as it came out, it tried to bite them, but under the pull of the poor Chop, not only did they fail to bite them, and then I got caught on the side by Laurent. After successfully killing it, the two men immediately began to pull the crocodile into the boat, afraid the big fish will run away again. This is the first crocodile for both men, although I did see one up ahead, but with the poor Chop, let him get away, but this. Also let two people get into the state faster. And on the other side, there's Troy and Kimchi. After a fight with the crocodile, we caught a lot of crocodiles, but they still have over 100 traps to look at. Both men will have to move faster. There's a good chance it's going to be tonight, in order not to face the horrors of the night. Kimchi even pulls the rope of the trap faster, to start pulling and pull the crocodile to the surface, and in the face of his famous stunt. But pull methodically, use the least effort to fight. This surprised Troy on one side, but this crocodile is too strong. It took a lot of effort to make Kimchi. That gave Troy his chance. Take it out on American wire. Although the crocodile was successfully killed, but it's still way too big, still a winch for two, to pull this crocodile into the boat. Make it a total trophy for both of them. Insert the label back and take a closer look. Turns out this one is 11 feet long. This made both of them very happy. The camera pans over the wide river. Ronnie and Timmy are still trying to hunt the gators. And Ronnie was just caught. An 11-foot alligator. It gives Ronnie confidence to beat Troy this year. Becomes more and more high and intense. And for this great purpose, Ronnie's got the bow of the boat in the air. But when you see a loaded trap, there was an emergency brake. So Timmy can safely pull the rope up. But this crocodile is very clever. To know it was hidden in the bottom of the boat. But it didn't work out and Ronnie pulled it out. And the crocodile didn't pretend to see it. Just wave the tail until it flies, trying to get out of Ronnie's control. Back in the arms of freedom. But in front of a tough guy like Ronnie, can only be kept on the side of the boat. But the crocodile didn't want it to end there either. Every time Timmy's net gets close. And then he jerked backwards. But Timmy finally got his chance. After killing him, Ronnie, and marveled at the strength of this crocodile. But that's exactly what Ronnie wants. After all, if it's weak, it means it's a little crocodile. Can't stop him from replacing Troy as the new king of the swamp. After pulling this crocodile into the boat, they were not willing to take a break, but to continue to achieve the great dream. At the same time, Willie and Little Willie also caught some ferocious crocodiles, and the ones we've caught are the giants. This gives both of them a sense of accomplishment. And now the Willis want more. Then they suddenly saw the crocodile, and it's swimming right in front of you. Little Willie threw the hook as soon as he was in position. After successfully killing it, the alligator was about 10 feet long. This makes both men more satisfied in their hearts, and hope all the crocodiles behind are on top of this one, and Ashley and Anna on the other side. After all that time catching crocodiles, and now she's hungry. Food is urgently needed. And that little break, and two people who were different from the lady. Pork Chop and Laurent did catch the alligator, but it faced an unexpected dilemma. Then we haven't caught any big fish yet. Instead, it's all little crocodiles. This forced the two to continue with the triangle hook. After spending a lot of time looking, I finally saw a crocodile. Laurent immediately changed the ship's speed, and the Pork Chop throws its hook as it approaches. This time, though, it didn't work out, but Laurent was patient with him. I'm willing to let him keep throwing the triangle hook. And on the other side, there's Troy and Kimchi. After catching 4 6-foot crocodiles in a row, the whole person became very depressed. I didn't expect luck to come as fast as it goes. It took a few giant crocodiles to catch one after another. But when faced with the trap of having a supply, both men are still full of hope and fight. Although we don't know if this crocodile is a giant, but they didn't let up on it. And they only have 24 traps left. There's a good chance we won't catch a giant crocodile, but they have to keep looking. At the same time, Ronnie and Timmy, not because we caught a few giant crocodiles, and slow yourself down, and they're still working on it, so we can get ahead of Troy, king of the swamp. But now they're down to 30 traps. The two men have no time to waste, or your dream will die in no time. And on the other side, the Willis, also trying to fill the label, although the two had a very good start. But these days, the giant crocodiles are often nowhere to be seen. Most of them are about 6 feet. This made them both a little anxious. But then veteran hunter Willie, a very large crocodile, was found. The two of them rushed over immediately. Little Willie picked up his own special triangle hook. As soon as you get close, throw it out. A crocodile of this size. We're gonna need their winch. Otherwise, they're gonna have to work their shit out. Pull this giant alligator up. The two men did not stop to search for the crocodile. And Ashley and Anna on the other side. After the two of them finished dressing, I actually started to look negative. It's a big no-no in hunting, because it doesn't just affect technology, and it could affect your own life. Like this trap right here. There's a crocodile in there, but they didn't realize it until they got closer. But when they start fighting crocodiles, this negative state of being disappears. After killing this giant alligator, the two are now very excited. But there seems to be something wrong with Ashley. I felt like throwing up after I pulled the crocodile into the boat. Even before Anna knew it, he's already on the side of the nest. Although these are things that fish might like, but the gators absolutely don't want it. But even if the whole person is miserable, but this whole gator hunt thing, Ashley didn't let up at all. And Troy and Kimchi on the other side. The two men are now nearly through all the traps and caught a lot of big crocodiles. But that didn't stop them. Instead, he wants to catch another giant alligator as a perfect way to end the day. Then the two men noticed that the tree in the trap was swaying, as if telling them to get over here. I'm not going to be able to sustain this alligator's struggles. But Kimchi is highly skilled, pulling the crocodile out of the water with ease. And this 12-foot crocodile, just the way Kimchi wants to end. Although the arrest process is very dangerous. But they were both very excited about the gain. And the Willies on the same alligator trail. We've caught 3 giant crocodiles in a row. But Willie wants to take it one step further. Then little Willie suddenly made a discovery. It showed Willie the way right away. Let him fly the boat over there. As soon as he got close, little Willie threw his hook. After pulling this crocodile into the boat, the two men's harvest has come to 8. And these are giant crocodiles. And Ronnie and Timmy on the other side. The atmosphere between the two is very relaxed. They feel sure they can beat Troy today. And it's a very promising one. As he got closer, Ronnie picked up the broken bottle and wondered why there's a hook on it. But that didn't stop them from being caught. Although this arrest is very dangerous, but it takes so much effort, the harvest is still very good. Not just a 12-foot alligator. And put himself closer to Troy. Even more than that, and Ronnie was very excited. At the same time, Ashley and Anna, both of them were now very tired. The crocodiles hunting ahead have wasted a lot of energy, and the sudden vomiting for no apparent reason. It made Ashley tired and uncomfortable. That's all there is to face the new crocodile. Face the cunning crocodile. Two people still feel like this technology is still too cheap for this crocodile. But they are too tired now. Just don't have the strength to do anything. That's the only way to end his life. In this dangerous day, 75 miles from the two of them, Pork Chop and Laurent after a day of struggle. The two are still unwilling to give up on the arrest. Even if the crocodiles don't panic when they see them. Only when you get close. The two were still unwilling to give up. Although this time the Pork Chop is on the first hook. Let this 1-foot-long alligator get away. But we were able to pull it on board. How else would Laurent know what to do? After tagging the crocodile, both men immediately called off their hunt for the day. Today's ships can't hold it anymore. And now Ronnie and Timmy, taking stock of his harvest. When we first identified the crocodile, Ashley showed up with her own alligator. And very happy Will. The giant alligator caught today is shared with Ronnie and Timmy. And a crocodile this big. Ashley has 3 of them. And at the buyer Duffy's house. The Willis came with their harvest. Even Troy, king of the swamp, was rewarded for their journey. We're very surprised. Not only is there a significant number of crocodiles, and the person with the highest average body length, this also makes Troy feel dangerous in the precious seat. Well, that's all for this program. Give it a thumbs up and let's look forward to the next episode.